It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Bears and the Falcons, next on EA Sports.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out in a tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Smith. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
On first down, it's Fields. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. One play action. Fields out to his left. And this one's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on blitz.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Touchdown, Bears! Cole Kmet, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those. Go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted it?
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Falcons grab it. There he goes, right side. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that. They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
2nd and 10, Smith again. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Take it in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. Fields throwing again. Jones has it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there,
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw again on second down, Smith. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his tight end pitch complete. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. They'll run here with Algier. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have moved out in front. Able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Play action. It's Fields. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Chase Claypool, 30 yards. And the Bears are once again back in front. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now Geno on first down. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Throwing now is Geno. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Off play action. Fields sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to have it here just past the 25.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Smith's throw taken in by London. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Smith. Throw caught here by Bird. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Now Smith. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Rolling to his right. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. A good pickup there, 20 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Geno down to throw. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with...
That he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. Koo knocks this one through the post. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. This fielded right at the goal line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalpost. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields finds Kmet on the quick slant. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Fields. He's going to take another shot here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. We've got a little more than a minute to go. I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Again, Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Jennings. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 2nd and inches, Smith. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now Geno. Looking deep for Jennings. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Fields. And this one is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit to prevent him from making another catch to his big start.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's going to try and go deep again. He's got a man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. For the Notre Dame man, Chase Claypool in this offense, ready for their upcoming possession. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now, meanwhile, here's his second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly is told that you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Powers through it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Chase Claypool, the intended target, but it'll be second down. Fields. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Fields keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, the next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Patterson running between the tackles. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Smith. Got his man. It's London. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. Algier will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it? Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do, but it's a big swing of momentum right there.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Fields on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Harry. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Back to throw. Fields steps it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 12-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Second down and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. This pass is caught by London. And he will be taken down. And a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Smith. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Let's go now.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Smith. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Hey.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard.
He's got a man complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts,
36 yards.
and the Falcons get a bit closer. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Got a man open, that's Harry.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
To throw is Fields.
Man open, here is Jones. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, Foreman. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Deontay Foreman.
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was finished off by Deontay Foreman on the touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Alert!
2nd and 10, Smith again.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This offense on 3rd down today, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get it back here just past the 35. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Touchdown, Chicago! He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now Geno. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy.
kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. The fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. 3rd and long, it's Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 4th down, Fields.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win,